Tonight is, well, it's about to be in 30 minutes, March 26, 2025. 1 week away before the Switch 2 presentation. And although I am excited for possibilities of the games and whatnot, I would admit that I am quite concerned for Switch 2 and in the future of Nintendo. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a console, not a fanboy or anything. Any game that shows up in any console, even mobile, I will play it. It's silly to just only play games on one console, even that counts on PC. Uh, how does it feel, Monster Hunter fans? Yeah. So right now I have no script. I don't like making scripts unless it's for review, which I hardly do. And right now I'm just saying stuff that's kind of out of my head. And I glanced at a few videos about people's excitement over Switch 2, but also some concerns like on the Mario Kart game. And I'm here thinking, man, you guys only knew what I'm seeing. And what am I seeing? You guys may be asking. Well, I feel like after Iwata's passing, Nintendo changed forever. And now I know that sounds dramatic and whatnot, maybe even fanboyish, but you can see it in how the quality on presentations, how the console is, the quality of their products, they're not the same. And it's all after Iwata's passing. Now, Doug Bowser and the other president in Japan, they're doing a good job. I get it. That's fine. But I feel like the influence on these decisions making, like what games should they remake, what should come out, what should be in the eShop and whatnot, what features a console should have, I feel like it's focused more on publishers than what gaming should be really about. Well, having fun, slowly building relationships with people who are obviously close to you. That's why the friend code will still exist as much as people hate it. It's stupid that you'd add as a friend someone randomly you played online and have a full trust with them and communicate. Like, that could happen, but seeing how people are being online lately, it's just not ideal to do. Maybe I'm seeing things as someone who's in their 30s and just don't think that's a very smart thing to do. I feel like some stuff that Nintendo does, it's actually healthy, not for the gamer itself, but for gaming. However, I do feel like that's gonna change. Now, I do believe that the Switch 2, a lot of people wanted to have PS5 rig like specs and all that, and want that to be 2K, 4K, and you, first of all, you are out of your mind. 4K is not the standard, and it won't be for at least 5 to 7 years. That's another console cycle. So it is what it is. 1080p, 60 frames, that's the standard, or should be the standard in 2025. And a lot of devs, even indies, they don't do 60 frames. Now, there are some choices that some devs make to artistic choices that make the game 30 frames per second, that's cool. Like Kirby's Epic Yarn. Epic Yarn? No, it's not Epic Yarn. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. Since the art style was more claymation, seeing that 60 frames per second would be weird. So they opted to make the game 30 frames per second. And it's just a beautiful game that no one talks about because, one, it's Kirby, it's an easy game, and it's kiddie. I don't know. I find Kirby games chill. It can be fun, especially 100%ing them. It doesn't need to be hard to be a good game, but I digress. I'll talk about that in another video. Right now, I just want to focus on Nintendo and Switch 2 stuff that I'm concerned about. I feel like the Switch 2 and Nintendo will be trying to be... They're going to be more on the race on how Sony and Microsoft is in regards of, well, you've seen the amount of remakes the Nintendo Switch 1 has, right? I feel like we're gonna get games that they're not gonna be rushed in a way, but I don't know what word I'm looking for, but for example, oh my god, I just ate a few hours ago, so I'm sorry. Anyway, the latest Zelda games, Breath of the Wild, not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom and Echoes of Wisdom. I've heard reports that Echoes of Wisdom should have had more time in the oven, especially on the menu system that is atrocious. Zelda Team Nintendo, that's not organized, that is horrible. And after so many years of having good menu system, and then you just flop on Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and this, that needs to stop. Tears of the Kingdom, for example, a lot of people seem to praise it. You have your own viewpoint, but you cannot ignore the many faults that game has. The way the stories were handled, some of the characters were not fleshed out, the fact that they sold you the game $70 again, and the world is somewhat the same but somewhat different, but difference is not that impactful to, at least to me, to make it feel like it's new. If there were some more sky islands and the underground areas had important stuff, like actual important stuff, then I'd agree with you. But so many stuff on Tears of the Kingdom that could have done well, and they didn't do that. I feel like it was so lazy for Anuma and the team to do this, that genuinely made me worry or hesitant on getting Echoes of Wisdom. Fortunately, Echoes of Wisdom, it seems to be quite good. There is some stuff that it's still Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom-esque, but in terms of storytelling, pacing, dungeons, those are good. That can't wait to play it. I do have it on my backlog, but that's something I'll play eventually. But yeah, as long as the quality of games is good and they don't rush it like other companies do, like third parties, then yeah, that's something I've been noticing Nintendo doing. And it's quite sad. Maybe a sign that I'm getting old, or maybe it's just a sign that the Nintendo has different goals in mind now that Yamauchi-san is not there. Rest in peace. Iwata, no longer there. Rest in peace. Reggie, no longer there. As a president, still around, but not in Nintendo. When was the last time we saw a treehouse? Now that I think about it, like playing a game. When was the last time they did that? I need to check. If it's over a year, ooh, oh man. But I hope you understand the point I'm trying to come across. The energy, the uniqueness Nintendo has, it seems like it's disappearing. The Switch 2, if it doesn't have any actual gimmicks for the console, like, I think the mouse thing, that's the idea that's going around the internet. If that's a thing, that's nice, but I wonder what else. What is a significant difference from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2? If it's just a more powerful console, more powerful Nintendo console, uh, I don't know. Man, like, what would happen for a newer Nintendo console? What ideas do they have then? You see what I mean? I feel like in that regard, they're gonna start copying what other companies do, because I don't know, it just feels easier, but at the same time, it's losing their identity. That sucks. Um, I mean, I have a huge backlog of games that I still Nintendo related, but seeing one of your favorite gaming devs, gaming companies, just starting to lose its identity just to follow the norm, what people say, they spew out of their mouths without even thinking because they're popular and they're influencers. It's just, I don't know, man. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the Switch 2 has some unique stuff. I hope it has like a good interface like the 3DS and Wii had. I just hope the Switch 2 has an identity. That it's Nintendo. Because right now Sony, someone has it, but it's dying off faster, especially after the PS5 Pro thing. Like, you guys are nuts. And Xbox is like, we don't care, and we're not worried about it. So yeah, and also this also, I guess it's related, but the amount of studios shutting down is just another concern. Maybe this is why Nintendo is trying to go the easy route. I don't know. But gaming is going to change. I don't know if for the better. Most likely it's going to be for the worse. And a digital future is imminent. I know a lot of people want to preach on physical copies. I get you. But man, I don't want to Debbie. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but and I would encourage you to get any game physically if you can. I'm comfortable with just buying digitally. I don't have space around me to buy physical anyway. If my console dies, then so be it. It will hurt, but I think I have other ways to entertain myself. I still have my PC. I will still have my other consoles. And yeah. Anyway, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but hopefully the Switch 2 presentation gives that identity that I know of Nintendo back. And how will the NSO be different in Switch 2 from Switch 1? I hope if the mouse thing is true, we could get DS games. And I don't know. I just want to see Nintendo how I know them. I guess one last time. That's ominous. But I don't know. I feel like I say that because the gaming crash is coming. It would be nice to see Nintendo how they are, or how they were in the GameCube, Wii, and the 3DS days. Heck, you maybe even say, yeah, in the 90s and the 2000s, how they were. I would love to see that, you know? But yeah, I'm gonna stop it here. It's been 15 minutes. I hope I got my point across. I just wanted to say a few things before the whole Nintendo Switch 2 presentation, and a lot of people just making prediction and excitement. I'm excited, but I'm also just, it's like I'm seeing, not to be cheesy or just sentimental, but it's like I'm seeing an old friend go away. But yeah, and that's related on gaming devs, studios like Miyamoto, Onuma, the ideals of what Nintendo has or had as I was growing up. It's like I'm seeing that leave, and it's quite sad. But anyway, not gonna talk anymore. Let me know in the comments if you feel the same way, and if you're excited for the Switch 2. I hope you can share that excitement. But if you also have those concerns, if you grew up with Nintendo like me, let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. Anyway, that is it. I will wrap this up, and hopefully I'm wrong on the Switch 2 presentation. I hope I see an old friend come back for a little bit longer, you know? Anyway, that's it. Take care, guys. Bye.